There are a lot of different ways that you can access Perfect Effects 9 Premium from your computer. The first is by using it as a standalone application, and you'll find it in your Applications folder. I've navigated to the Perfect Effects 9 folder, which I'll double-click to open, and right in the middle is Perfect Effects 9, which I can double-click to then open. Once you have it opened, if you're on a Mac, you can scroll down to your dock, click and hold on the icon, and if you go up to the Options drop-down menu, you'll see the option of keeping it in your dock. Then you'll have immediate access to it anytime you'd like to open it. If you'd like to access Perfect Effects 9 from Lightroom, there are two different ways you can do that. The first is by control-clicking or right-clicking on a photo, going up to the Edit In menu and selecting Perfect Effects 9 from there. When you do that, it'll open up a dialog box asking if you'd like to edit a copy or edit your original. If you're working on RAW files, it will automatically choose the top option, but if you're working on TIFF, PSD, or JPEG files, you'll have a couple of different options you can choose from. Down below, you'll also notice that there's a Copy File Options section where you can change things like file format, color space, and so on. Once you click Edit, it will launch you into Effects. The other way that you can access Perfect Effects is by selecting a photo, going up to the File menu, and scrolling down to Plugin Extras. When you choose this option, it will automatically create a copy of a RAW, TIFF, or JPEG file, but if you're working on an existing PSD file, it will edit that original. If you're working through Aperture, there are also two different ways that you can access Perfect Effects. The first is by control-clicking or right-clicking on your image and going to Edit with Plugin. There you'll see Perfect Effects 9. If you're working on a RAW, JPEG, or TIFF file, it will automatically create a copy of that file. If you're working on a PSD, it will edit the existing original. This exact same menu can be found after you select a photo by going up to the Photos menu and scrolling down to Edit with Plugin. To access effects from Photoshop, there are also two different ways. On the right-hand side of your screen, you'll see that there's an On One panel. If you don't see it automatically, go up to the Window menu and scroll down to Extensions, and just make sure that On One has been checked. When you're ready to go into Effects, click once, and you'll see right up at the top is Open Perfect Effects 9, but you also have access to your presets, On One presets, and much more that you can apply automatically without manual adjustments. The other way that you can go into Effects is by going to the File menu and scrolling down to Automate. Right in the middle, you'll see Perfect Effects 9. The main difference between these two is that if you'd like to include Perfect Effects in an action you create here in Photoshop, you'll have to go through the Automate menu. If you're using Photoshop Elements, there's only one way that you can access Perfect Effects. You'll go up to the File menu at the top of your screen, scroll down to Automation Tools, and right up at the top, you'll see Perfect Effects 9.